So speaking of what the votes or stated about St. Perry, he wasn't been off since like a year of in his absence. So yes, it was the absence of TNTTop star reporting Backstage at recent Tapings. We have said the following. So, also, we're in an absence from TNTTop star will be returning to on TV very soon. Actually, is the biggest week of the year for the company. Also hasn't get the set for AJ All In, tested on Saturday at Gable Live in Arlington. And this is all a buzzing of Hank Masters onto the card, including him and Adam Page, which take on Son Moxley for the AEW World Championship, and Mercy Monet versus Tony Storm for the AEW Women's Championship, and Castle Code against Kenny Omega for the announcement of AEW Unified Championship. So, this was cut all in Texas also for the return of the absent top star. So, according to with the votes, that Zach Perry has been backstage at recent AEW TV tapings in which Anya could hit at a premature plans with the former TNT Serbian. Zach Perry and last wrestled at Wrestle in Dynasty back in January. Anya will he lost to YOTA Tusu in back in Identity CP Evil Heavyweight Championship match. So he hasn't appeared on regular AEW TV since back in November 9th. Residents on of AEW on the Crimson, Perry lost the AEW TNT Championship to Daniel Garcia at Full Gear on November 23rd. Agent of Corey Hayes had just update. Zach Perry has been backstage at some recent AEW tapings and with the Votes Radio. Zach Perry had possibly been wrestled in Young Bucks as a part of the Elite. I wasn't even played a hang role in the attack on AEW President Tony Khan. I just was it on back in April of last year 2024. Here was a suggestion of Dynamite and said Perry could resign surgery at All In Texas as they would team up to face Sports Strickland and Will Ospreay. So what if the Young Bucks win and Sports Strickland and Will Ospreay can't sign for the AEW World Championship for 1 year? So what if Sports Strickland and Will Ospreay on the victory? What if the Young Bucks would be strapped after EVP status in AEW? So we haven't seen Zach Perry since about a year, since like back in January. So speaking of stated about Zach Perry, we haven't seen him since back in January, back in February, since we haven't seen him since. He was at AEW tapings, and he has absence, has revealed Hatch's plans. Hatch appeared in some reporting this news of Zach Perry. No, your jobs about Zach Perry could return very soon. So, we haven't heard from Zach Perry since back in January or February. Since like back last year in 2024, he was attacked on Tony Khan that day. So, how do you bring said? So, when I do Hard Your Mouth on Zach Perry, he will be in TV very soon. So let us know of your thoughts about Zach Perry could return very soon on TV sometime for his new whistle. So we like the video, listen, like, subscribe. But this time, for next video, peace.